He is the one,
This Pyra, though.
the only pilot of many characters, Mr. Consistent. It's Shuton!
Yeah, so Shuton has been top 10, I think, in this game for the entirety of that we came back since post-pandemic. And he won, finally, his first Super Major this year in 5 years, with his last one being
I knew it. Sonic's gonna probably be 9th.
Like you said, Easy Freezy, he only left it one single time during 2022 when everything was kind of just coming back. Shuton didn't quite make it to as many tournaments as he needed to, I think, and so he just barely missed out on it. But ever since then, look at these results: second, first, fourth, second, third. These are just par for the course for Shuton, honestly.
I mean, it's kind of like what you mentioned, though.
Another guy that wants to face Tweak in bracket. Not possible anymore, Shuton.
And just a fantastic player all around. So
yeah, he kind of is, I feel like, always been the dark horse of Ultimate, where
Sneaks in.
he's just not just sneaks in, but like he's always consistent. He's not always expected to win the bracket, but it's not a surprise if he does. He reminds me a lot of like Smash 4 to Buzz, honestly, in that sequence.
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
He's really difficult to beat. You're not ever
I'm guessing that Sonic's is 9th. It's either Sonic's or Tweak.
good spot for him. Obviously, he could be higher. He might be higher on the full year ranking too, depending on how the second half of this year goes. He's gotten himself a really strong foundation, and I think he can be happy with that.
Absolutely. And as said, this season is ultra competitive. The
This season was ridiculous.
How close it was between him, Raru, and Syrup to make 10 was just, it was down to such a minuscule.
Maybe Samba? I want to say it's Sonic's. Just because I'm salty about him being top 10 and not top 20 like I thought.
I think that what we mentioned at the top of this, that Shuton is Mr. Consistent, and he doesn't really lose to people who are below him. He's very much like Smash 4 to Buzz, like you said, where the only people he ever really loses to are the ones who are like number 6 in the world, number 5 in the world, and so on. And so the lack of poor losses, the lack of losses outside the top 50, really, I think he only had like 1, 2, something like that.
Something like that.
It was a low number, and that's what matters, and that's why Shuton ended up beating out both Syrup and Raru for that number 10 spot. But just as Shuton beat
Freezy looks so tired. He looks so tired. Okay. Who's 9th?
coming in at number 9 in the world, making their return to the top 10, it is, of course, Onin!
Man, it has been a hot minute since we
I forgot about Onan. I forgot about him.
States to win a major in Japan now. They're like the only one, I'm pretty sure, at least in Smash Ultimate, to do so. Which is insane, and they've been stacking up win over win.
Yeah, I think Leo had done one pre-quarantine, winning a Super Major in Japan. I don't remember exactly which one, but the list is very short, and it now includes Onin, and Onin, like you said, making their return to the top 10 after that like back-to-back Super Smash Con into Gommel win in 2022, where they just destroyed everybody everywhere. I think they debuted at number 6 in the world, then kind of fell out of the top 10. You know, we're in the like the 20 to.
Okay, favorite Pokemon is Totodile. Totodile is so cute. He was the first herd in bracket. I wonder why. Hurt.
talking to him whenever I can. Bit of a goofy person, but I love him for that. So.
And I did want to point out as well on the player card at the end there, I think they had a perfectly even record versus the top 20, right? That was like 18 and 18 versus the top 20.
That's,
so that's
18 and 18. That's a lot of sets.
a lot of sets.
That is a lot of sets.
That's somebody who's making it far in every bracket.
Yes.
And not getting easy paths either, because we've seen a couple of people who get really deep into these brackets.
So Suton 10th, on in 9th. Man, Sonic's not winning a single major this season. Top 8 just 2 majors. Granted, he placed second at both, but I'm just shocked at how important wins were this season. Because I had Sonics at like 16. Man, he's not even 9th. It's gonna be 8th for sure. It's either him or Tweak.
So much behind the scenes to grow the character for everyone else.
Well, I mean, I think you got a really good point about that too, because I feel like when Steve really started coming to fruition, one of the first big wins, I think that really cemented Steve was Anin at Super Smash Con back a few years ago. 2022. And that's kind of like, I'm not saying it was the first one, but I feel like that was like the, hey, we're in the Steve era right now.
And that was also, that was when everybody was talking about like, oh, just wait until these like upstart Steves run into Leo, or wait until these upstart Steves run into Meister, or whoever else was in the top 10 at the time. Everyone was like, well, Anin keeps dodging them. And then Anin went on to win Super Smash Con over literally everyone and kind of silenced everybody, especially going into Gommel the very next week. So just great stuff to them. It's really good to see the grind pay off, them back in the top 10. But
they're gonna say who's 8th right now.
Escape, I think, especially in post-quarantine Ultimate, coming up next at number 8. That's right, everyone. It is a blue character, and it's going to, of course, be the Blue Blur himself, Sonics, hailing from the Dominican Republic, the first ever Dominican not just to top 8 a super major, but to become top 10 in the world, putting that flag on his back, representing the home front, and doing it very, very well. What else can you say about Sonics that hasn't already been said?
Yeah, Sonics.
Who was Sonics? My guess is that either Tweak or Somebody's next.
Can really be said.
I mean, I think it's only a matter of time, really, until I think, and I want to see it too, where Sonics finally gets that that top rung. He's gonna be the
Favorite Pokemon is Lapid because he likes blue. He wants to face a golden bracket. I would love to watch that, honestly. I would love to watch that. The one time I saw them play and then Sonics destroyed Akola. It was interesting. It was so interesting to see. When everyone thought like, oh, Sonics is so good versus Steve, and then he started losing to Syrup, he lost to Onin, he lost to Carmelo.
To see Sonics finally get that big dub again, especially, if he could do it over Spargo, if he could do it over that big Demon. We saw the Demon on the graphic there, 0-3 in the head-to-head versus Spargo in the current season. It's just the character swaps are just his demise. And even after, I know we're supposed to keep this within the first half of 2025 up until Gommel, but literally right after Gommel, they went to the same tournament and Spargo double eliminated him with Plant.
Yeah.
As unfortunate. And it's just that is it.
Blink Respawn, where Spargo beat double eliminated Sonics with Plant, solo Plant. That was insane. Spargo is the best player in the world. For sure. It doesn't matter if he's not number 1. He's still the best player in the world. in my eyes. He's so good. He's so ridiculously good.
And it is a list that is unfortunately continuously preventing him from getting that first place at the premier events, but the fact that the list is that small means he's right on the threshold.
Absolutely. All right, well, who we got next, though?
It is time to reveal the number 7 player, and it is a player.
The Weak or Zamba.
The number 7 player in the world. I would like to hear everybody join me in this one, because as he announced his retirement after Japan, give it up.
It was weak. A goat. Let's go tweak. Nasty. He's so good against Wolf. Up, up. Getting clapped, literally. Yeah, I guess like having 2 wins against the Ormigi really helps. Oh yeah, this dude loves Pokemon. I forgot about that. So his favorite Pokemon is Grafaiai. He already quit, so he can't he can't play other players in bracket.
For sure, Skiff is, and that's the crazy thing is now with Light getting ranked 16th on this iteration of the Lumirank, Tweak is the only player in Smash Ultimate who has never left the top 10.
And you know what the crazy thing is that, I mean, he could come back right now and probably be able to make top 10 for the next one. But for the caveat for you to not make top 10 is that you retired.
You guys couldn't take me out. Only I could take me out.
He is a certified GOAT.
And to like zoom out even a little further, he's been in this pinnacle top like point of Smash since early, like the end of 2017, 2018. He's been top 10 for a very long time, for like 8 years. He's been at that point. So yeah, I understand going out on your own note instead of seeing your results slowly slip, and you're like, hey, I'm done. That's just respect.
And also, again, the 4th at Kagaribi, which was like a death sentence for so many people. Like when that traveled over, like a lot of them had rough brackets, but one person who stayed consistent and in that top 8 was Tweak. So,
and just absolutely refuses to let anybody else take him down. He had a phenomenal season. He had a phenomenal career, and I know that while we might miss him for the duration of Ultimate, he did say that when that next Smash game comes.
So is Samba number 6? Or are we number 5? I already lost count. Shit.
Like having that hero alongside like the U.S. representation with like him and Light, and then like Leo and Spargo down in Mexico.
Yep.
It's just always so awesome to see. But I bring up NA, and that's because we've got our next.
Okay, we got number 6, 5.
The tape.
Number 6.
Of our previous pundit, and that is of course the heel, the villain, the bad boy. It's Zamba.
Oh man. So Zamba.
It was Zamba in the end. Why is it lagging like that? I got that record versus the top 50, 43-26. He has played so much this season. So, who's the top 5? Spargo, Akola, Mia, Dormigan, Hurt. I think Mia could be fifth or Spargo. I don't know.
I think that's the perfect way to describe him too, because you could show him all the stats that show like, hey, maybe you're not number one this season. He'll still look you in the eyes and like, I am number one. I don't care what the stats say. I'm gonna win this tournament. I'm gonna win this tournament. And he'll tell you with confidence every time, and he means it.
You know what
that's
he does?
what you need to be a great competitor.
Yeah, but I'm still better. that's the line every single time. Like he'll lose a set.
Yep.
I'm still better than him.
Yep. That's Zamba, man. That's just Zamba.
I think there is a deep irony that the one.
I didn't even get Samba correct. I haven't got anyone correct. Putson was 10th. I put Samba at 7th. And Roru's not 5th. It's not could be. It's either Vert or Spargo.
Gone of the top echelon of the game. So let's roll that footage and find out who our number 5 player is for the first half of 2025.
This
Guys,
a bit.
It is going to be the one and only Spargo at 5th place.
Top 4 is all Japan, baby. Top 4 is all Japan. Damn. Spargo 5th. So Urge is 4. Mia 3rd. Akola 2nd and Dormigi 1st. I guess I even got that one wrong. Oh, Spargo, you're so nice, dude. It feels wrong for a player to be so fucking good. Favorite Pokemon is Crocodile. I love Crocodile. That's one of my favorite Pokemons too. And he wants to face a Golem bracket? They do have kind of like a, well, not rivalry, but I mean, they probably consider each other one of the best players out there, so it's obvious that they want to face each other more frequently. And it seems like they're kind of friends, especially like Akola really thinks highly of Spargo.
I remember seeing the EE video, him popping off, finally knowing that he's number one, and I think he's gonna want to get that feeling again. So
Yeah,
I'm not worried about him.
I think one thing.
I agree that I think Spargo could perfectly be, especially if he wins Supernova, he will for sure be in contention for number 1. He's won so much. He already won S Factor.
Gone. Now the situation to set that up is another story, but still, that's not good.
Yeah, and I don't think that's we shouldn't really get too deep into matchup specific stuff, but I don't think that Spargo's plant is in existence as a counter to any one specific matchup either. I don't think
he
playing.
Just loves the character.
He's not playing Plant so that he can beat Sonic. He's playing Plant because Plant's fun and he wants to have fun playing the game.
But I think that's also another like testament to how like his caliber of a player is
So
to take
good.
a character that bad and win a major with it. Like that's incredible.
And hey, if he doesn't end up number 1 the full year, he's already said he's accomplished everything he wanted to do with Ult. He got the triple count this season. He finally won his major in Europe. He won it with Plant too. So he's already accomplished everything he wanted. If he gets another 1 title if he wanted to, sure, why not?
Just add another Supernova to the pocket, another Riptide to the pocket.
Spargo is so cool, bro. Like, I'm not a super Spargo fan, but you gotta admit, he's definitely one of the goats of Ultimate. Definitely the GOAT of Ultimate right now. Number 4.
Piloting that teal, Mr. Game.
Road over Mia. Interesting. So it's Earth 3, Akola second, and Spargo for I mean Spargo. Or Amigi first.
Crown getting his first major win in Europe at Uzbekistan Gaming Festival. So Mia stands at an interesting point. He has the most major wins. He's winning a lot, but
What the hell is this music?
this season, notably getting 33rd at level up, losing to Mars and Omega. He lost into Japan to Gachipi and Sasusoro, and has a very unexpected demon from across the seas with Gluttony, who's been like having his number recently.
This song choice just screams Mia for me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about whether or not to say anything on it. But
No, dude, it is so perfect.
This is so Mr. Game & Watch player more
Yeah,
than
but like,
anything
so
else.
my thing about Mia is, I've always been a fan of him, but when I really became a fan of him was when at Rise and Grind 2. I watched him absolutely torrid people in the
Favorite Pokemon is Hippopotas and he wants to face Mountain Bracket? Why do you want to play the Ditto? Also, why is your favorite Pokemon Hippopotas? Out of all Pokemon. I mean, at least it's an interesting pick.
every tournament he's at. I mean, he's just a great player.
You know what I'm going to point out, though? You know who he didn't put on his player who I want to fight the most? He's dodging Leo.
Well, you don't have to worry about that here because Leo dodged the tournament. So
Eventually, we're going to get that MK Leo versus Mia set at a super major tournament. It'll happen one day, I hope and pray. But yeah, like
Unfortunately, it won't happen at Supernova because Leo DQ. Bro, why? So many people DQ'd for Supernova. Sonics, Leo, I believe Siski and Tamapi. Tamapi was also an important one. That sucks.
He's also someone who could take home the bracket. He's been playing pretty damn hot.
yeah, he's just got to avoid another level up expo situation. But I think brackets like those, and we'll obviously talk about it with
I did have Mia at 3, right? Yeah.
but I think it's time to announce our number 3 player.
Weird.
The interesting thing about this player is as the footage rolls. Sorry, Devin. It is the player who was not.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Card number 3. They didn't even put the Japanese thing. Goated. Oh my god, hurt. I wish you were never banned. It's so unfortunate that he was banned. It's so unfair. Sickest player, bro. Or one of the sickest players out there. For sure. I remember when who the fuck is Kuro Tamago? It's like a it's like a friend of his or something. His favorite Pokemon is Hitmonchan. I know he goes to the gym and shit. I don't know. Also, I was talking about how when he won Genesis, he really looked unstoppable. And then the ban happened, and he underperformed at Battle of PC. Man, and it definitely stopped his momentum. They robbed him of his #1 spot, but at least he's third. That is the best ranking he's ever had.
Reason just has their number. Like, we can look at one of the most infamous examples with just Goblin over Tweak. Like, that was...
Or Shuton Leo even.
Yeah,
well.
those were just storylines that we've had for a while. So, like, it's not too surprising, but, like, at some point, they're going to figure it out, and they're going to start doing some crazy stuff. So,
Yeah,
people I haven't hurt.
I also just love how much like Hurt loves the game.
Oh, yeah.
Too. He's just always like looking for somebody to grind with, or he's playing randubs, or he's just always playing Smash in some capacity, and it's just so cool to see like him in motion. He is one of the coolest players to watch.
Oh, I love
if you
watching.
ask any top player like some of their favorites to watch, Hurt's going to be in that list just because he's so creative, so cool, so fun. But guys, I know that this is the reason why everybody both out in that crowd and watching on Twitch is here, because they want to find out.
I wish we could see the Ramigi's reaction to this. Since he's supposedly at the event, isn't he? I mean, maybe he hasn't arrived yet, but singles starts tomorrow.
Always seems to end up being a battle of very strong consistency versus good consistency with a very strong peak.
And before we get into this, and I'm sure you'll elucidate on it a little bit more, do you think that in most of our #1 versus #2 races, as like our ranking representative, do you think that these races are more often decided by somebody's worst result compared to their best result?
That is always a tough question. I think some cases, yes. I think a big example of that ended up being Aqua versus Spargo back in early 2023. But I think last season was a case of no. I think it was because Spargo ended up, well, it actually came down to don't
He
park
got
on the
that
grass.
win at
Yeah.
Dell Park versus Mia.
So it kind of comes down to a case-by-case scenario of who actually, and like, you know what I mean.
All right, well, shut up, nerd.
Yeah,
it's time to move on.
Roll the tape, Devin. Let's find out who our
Or is it gonna be the Ramigi or Akola?
2025 is going to be. And that player is, everybody get ready, it's the one, the only.
Yes! The Ramigi #1.
Man, what a dominant beast Sakala has been since his debut on the scene. Wins the biggest Smash Ultimate tournament of all time that we're ever going to see.
Yep.
Insane consistency all about, but we've already alluded to a few times, that 33rd at Level Up Expo, unfortunately, when you have such lower attendance than normally, and we'll get into why, it's going to affect you.
That combo specifically, I've seen that so many times from when it first happened.
Oh god, the Ramigi's #1. I really wanted him to be #1. He deserved it more. His favorite Pokemon is Torchic. This is like Paula's answer where he answered ball. And he wants to play Skinny the Pooh. His favorite Pokemon is Torchic. Torchic is very cute. Bro, Akola will be traveling to America just to fight Skinny the Pooh. Just for Skinny to go down 2-2 in bracket. Or something like that. That's so funny.
I know what I'm going to do now, and I win the set, I win the tournament, I'm Aqua.
Mr.
You know?
Game 5 for a reason.
Yep.
For Game 5. But we have an interesting development for the meta for him himself in Japan. So normally his demon has been Sparkle for the longest time. He did finally find that set win last year, but he actually, and of course also his rivalry with Mia, but it was more of a rivalry.
Yeah.
They went
Now
back
he
and forth,
has
of
a
course.
demon on home turf, which is something that we haven't seen in Japan in a while. He's been pretty much dominant #1, or at least juggling it around with Mia for a bit. He has a negative head-to-head against the top 5 because of this one player, and it's Hurt. Hurt has been getting his number double limiting him at both Genesis and I believe Smash Awesome at the very beginning of the season. But I did hear on the grapevine he might be developing a Game & Watch specifically just for her. So we'll see how
I mean,
that
I
comes
wouldn't
out.
be surprised. It's
Yeah.
Takua. The kid's incredible. So,
Yeah, I mean, we did see him develop that Aegis
I didn't know about that Akola was creating a Game and Watch or practicing Game and Watch just for Hurt.
it's gonna be the greatest thing
Kid's
ever.
a demon. and one other thing that I do want to call out, and it's not like I'm giving him like an excuse or anything like that, but Akola, he's either like just turned 19 or like about to turn 20 or somewhere around that age range. He was studying for college entrance exams, which are notoriously difficult, and put a lot of effort into, securing his future. And so Smash took a little bit of a backseat.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's
attend
his second.
A little
nearly
bit.
as much. Didn't attend nearly as many events in this season, and he's still number 2 in the world.
Exactly. But gentlemen, we get a very rare opportunity today. There's only been 3 other players to claim the #1 trophy in Smash Ultimate, and today we get to crown a brand new #1 player in the world.
Let's roll the footage and find out who wears the
Oh, who could it be?
5. It is, of course, Dora Migi!
Man. So he is one of 2 players this season to not miss a major top 8. Insane levels of consistency, wins his first major tournament overseas, and it was a super stacked one on top of that. And outside of that, sorry, he didn't miss a top 8, but his placements this season, he has 3 first placements, 3 second placements, and 2 fifths. To showcase how consistent he is.
Nothing below 5th, nothing below excellence, and unless I'm mistaken, I believe is our youngest ever #1.
Your Migi is a fucking beast, bro. That's it against Fargo at level up. And that's it against Glutonia at Kagaribi. Just destroying them. He's so fun to watch. He's actually so fun to watch. Oh my god. Destroying Anin. I really wanted him to be #1. Congrats, Doremi. Your favorite Pokemon is Incineroar. That's my main. He goes to face Sonics in bracket. That would be a very hype set, probably. I would love to watch that.
How Migi pilots Min Min in general is so huge to me. He's so incredible. He's so good. He does things other Min Mins don't do, like go off stage to secure kills a lot earlier than it feels like he has any right to. But he is a phenomenal player. I love watching his Min Min, and I never thought I'd say that about anybody.
Yeah, dude fights like you owe him money.
Yeah.
But speaking of also his consistency, his worst loss this season was to Rarix, who was ranked like 33rd, 36th.
So I got nobody right. Nobody. I missed every single player. I was very close with a lot of them, but I got everyone wrong. I mean, it could have been worse, right? It could have been worse for sure. Uh, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the top 50 and top 150 reveal.